Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all good things must come to an end, but holy crap has this been good. It's game number 6 of today's PUBG EU Pro Scrims. Mercurial have not only shot themselves to the top of the leaderboard, but they are borderline uncatchable right now. But Twisted Minds, what a fantastic bit of longevity from them. They are currently still sat in second place, and they have every possible chance of doing something like a 15 to 20 kill chicken dinner and just casually launching themselves back up to first place, because that is the kind of thing that a team of that caliber can do. Game number 6 of 6. The playing path is a little bit 7 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Not too skewed, almost directly ahead. South to north. And the plane managing to pass over part of Pachinki as well. Erangel has been absolutely non-stop today. Absolutely non-stop. Vorlin, thank you so much for the sub. Really appreciate it. What a fantastic set of games we're having this evening. And I hope you're enjoying watching them just as much as I'm enjoying casting them. Thank you. Absolutely love that. Oh my good golly gosh. What a crazy set of games. Oh, it might happen again. Circle 1 north of Quarry. This could happen again, guys. Remember last time around, it was here. So I guess the Prio compounds were, you know, we had several teams sort of stack up on them. But imagine the big M here, which everyone calls God Compound. But because there are several God Compounds on Erangel, I call this, get ready for this, it's the big M. It's McDonald's. Where's my sponsorship, guys? I'm just saying, where's my sponsorship? But also some of these compounds in and around the swamp area could end up being Prio here. Salik already staking a claim on one of the compounds that was very highly sought after in game number 4. Toxic players with the Botate. It looks like they might be going Novo way, I suspect. But SHEESH are already there. Ugh. If they get all the way to Novo and these guys hear them coming, this could get mega awkward mega quickly. Is anyone going to hear the boat? Not yet. But I feel like SHEESH and Toxic players. Oh, unless they go north to Lipovka. Yeah, maybe that'll be fine. Maybe it'll be fine. And maybe we just created drama out of nothing. It's almost like that's a caster's job or something. Oh, good. Toxic players are not going Novo. We pretty chill. We pretty chill, guys. Okay. EXHALATioN. They've been a little bit boom or bust. When they've been together working as a team defending compounds, they've been so much fun to watch, but occasionally they do get picked off one at a time. So if they find a couple of good compounds, I want to see them sort of bunch together just a little bit earlier than they've had in previous games, perhaps. And they can really string this together for an excellent result here. FaZe Clan in Milta are Toxic players. Going to be moving towards power. I think they are. Imagine if FaZe Clan had taken vehicles and come here, but they had not. We're good. Entropiq moving out early. Already close to where they want to be in circle at the 4-minute mark, as opposed to beginning to rotate at that point. Single story here will be fine. Luca Rook takes a bit of damage entirely off his own doing. Entropiq will continue moving forward from here. QB taking a look at this farmhouse compound and actually will be pretty pleased with the result. There's no one here yet. So Entropiq have rotated early enough that this is okay. Question mark. Moving up towards the west side of the quarry, perhaps anticipating something going to be moving a little bit further towards the coast, but also there's plenty of opportunity to shield your vehicles and rotate in later on. PCIFIC Esports are in a little bit later than Entropiq and eyeing up a lot of the same territory. Although I tell you what, if you get that headshot knock on nail up and you've got vehicles to rush in straight away, that could work. I could see that working quite well indeed. Where else is everyone coming in? Super chill rotate from Atavism. Down the western corridor. Surely someone's going for that. Surely someone's going for that. It's an Orm, guys. Yeah, okay. Mixie's got the Orm. That's dangerous. Oh, Digital Athletics. Digital Athletics on Twisted Minds in game number 6. Is this necessary? I don't know. Is it happening? Hells yeah! Iroh gets taken out by Lou, and that's Iroh and Mert both down. That's one half of Digital Athletics. I don't think the other half are going to be fighting this at all. Code Marco Matralia is going to have to move out. Are they going to commit? Silent pulling into Gaka. I feel like Perfectix knows. Okay, so this is like the other half of the team fighting the other half of the team. That's not going to work. Perfectix getting in the vehicle to leave. Twisted Minds have 2 kills for free. And I think... Oh no, Perfectix not leaving. In fact, him being in the vehicle is masking the footsteps of Code Marco and Matralius. He's going to stay in Gatka. Does he realize it's a 2v1 here? No, he doesn't. A little bit of revenge is going to happen here as Code Marco and Matralius take out a member of Twisted Minds. I feel like they're not going to be pushing in. Batulins is... Batulins doing Batulins things. On top of Everest, all covered in cheese. I found my Batulins. Not really sure how to end that. Answers on a postcard. Smash coming by in the vehicle. I'm 90% sure they don't think anyone else is here and they're pretty chill about it. Not sure how chill they can afford to be when this happens. That's one down. And the question will be, does Clib fancy his chances against the Mountain Goat? Flashbangs out. He's long gone, mate. Absolutely nowhere close. Confuse your opponents. Put distance between yourselves. Make them think you're somewhere you're not. Batulins is a master of this. And Clib is left searching high and low. But nothing found just yet. Meanwhile, Batulin's lining up the long-range peak. He spotted it. Hits one shot, looking for a second. Clib doesn't mind this peak war, though. He's very happy to go toe-to-toe. Nades out mollies. Tries to hit it mid-air to time exactly where it needs to go. Third party's coming in, forcing Batulin's back. This might be the difference maker. Advantage Clib. Game, set, and match. Clib. And the fellas, an eye for an eye, down to 3. Most other teams seem to have made it into circle fine. Definitely a less crazy game number 1 than we had before. The Woo still need to find somewhere to go, though. Move to the other side of the circle at this rate. Or they could end up... Oh, Vorpal Swords. Very split there. We could see Kid getting crashed into. They heard shots from up top. Therefore, it's driving them towards the compound. They've had a shot from the compound as well. They're not asking themselves the question, is it a single gunshot? Therefore, let's go in. None of that. They just heard gunshots and they're leaving. They have the option to reconsider, but I don't think they're going to. Now what about SHEESH? Next zone has popped. Goes further west. This actually works in the Woo's favor because they're already in vehicles. they'll have the option of moving ever further into circle. And they're going to take Primor's Kill. Well, I guess Primor's Kill is also that, but very interesting. They're just stationing themselves north of Primorsk, not wanting to commit to any particular compound. Mercurial, in the meantime, might be having a similar idea. They're driving past most of the compounds on the west side. And they could actually be moving very close towards the Woo if they're not careful. The fellas and Twisted Minds having a very close coming together. And Spyro and Lou both getting eliminated as the fellas drive by. Really, really cleverly done there. Very clean from the fellas, although they still have to figure out where they want to go. Vorpal Swords have gone full into Quarry. Entropiq have got the eastern edge, which basically means they can gatekeep, and Exalt are on top. Vorpal Swords are in a rough position right now, but they can also just hole up where they are. They're not committed to this fight just yet. But it's a bit like being in, if, for example, you were in prison in an alternate reality. It's like, yes, that can work. It's just rotating out of there becomes close to impossible. The Woo and the SleepDodgers are now moving into each other. They were very close before. Quiz going to be a little bit far away. That's a great nade. NEQ moves forward out of it. Unfortunately for him, Quizzy immediately spots him. I mean, he can't just continue to rush into Nixie there. Quizzy gets taken down by Nord. Fantastic Molotov. Needed to start a first aid straight away. Is he going to be able to make it out of there? He is. I actually thought he'd get tagged. But with Biestolot already down as well, I guess Ibby's a little bit too far away. Lots riding on Nord here. Using the sound of the smoke grenade to mask the fact this is happening. NEQ down, not out yet. Nord managing to get Mossboard back up by the looks of things. So they're back up to a duo. Ibby now joining the party in close quarters. Bouncing off the roof, slightly unintended there. Mossboard, the last hope for the SleepDodgers. More flashbangs coming in. We have a third player joining the party here in the name of Quizzy. Oh! Did he see him go into the shack? I think he did. Beautiful. Caught holding a grenade, but it's okay. We had Ibby's support as well. That's the SleepDodgers eliminated. The Woo down to 2 players. MTB Esports potentially on their last legs here against Question Mark. That is a fantastic follow-up grenade from Hoba. That's MTB out of the game as well. Water cut out by phase 3. Fellas eliminate Digital Athletics. Sorry, guys. We were only able to catch that on the map, but I'm glad we managed to see it anyway. Toxic players now moving in towards SHEESH. Bibbin getting out of there. Realizing this might be tricky. Oh, hello. That's Exalt. That's Exalt from back above. Yep. In and around Quarry. Not a fun place for them to be. SHEESH needing to stay out of... SHEESH needing to stay out of trouble, because if they get spotted from Quarry, it's going to be problematic. And Toxic players proving my point before I even managed to finish the sentence. Question Mark and Pacific having a little bit of a disagreement. And by disagreement, I mean Dante's on 1 HP and still peeking. Jesus. Calm down, guys. Hoba looking to see if he can get a flank for a second knock. If he can, then this could be Q for question mark. Let's move in a lot more aggressively. Molotov near, but not quite on top of where Tuster is. Second volley going out. Actually, that second molly was quite good. Did it do any damage? Not quite, but very, very close. Bluff is now going for the revive. Noxy has to put down an awful lot of damage now. Maybe some utility usage to keep question mark at bay. That's a good molly. I love the additional smoke. I love the forward smoke there. Buy themselves a little bit of time and question mark have to retreat. So good. That forward smoke. Very, very useful there. FaZe Clan, they've gone up onto Quarry, and Vorpal Swords must surely have an angle on some of them. They're being extremely quiet. There's the possibility here I'm getting snuck up on later. Pardon me, waiting for next circle to pop. Next circle is phase 4. Almost a perfect donut onto the swamp. We have a Shrek ending, ladies and gentlemen. Teams are going to be annoyed by this. FaZe Clan for sure. The Woo. Mercurial should be okay. The fellas are going to have to move together very quickly to stop Atavism from crashing into one of them and taking them on one at a time. Oh dear. Well, I did say FaZe Clan were going to be very annoyed. If they weren't before, they are now. Vex managed to get a trade onto Peter. What a nade! James is lucky to still be standing there. In fact, that little step to the right that he did might have saved him. Because that could have been the difference between 80 and 100 damage. The follow-up doesn't matter, though. Kron gets him with another nade. PWD down and out. Kron down Riser. The good news for FaZe Clan is that Riser is so far away that I don't think the revive onto Kron is happening. So FaZe Clan able to move a little bit better together as a unit. And as a result of that, should be able to put this fight beyond doubt. We've seen 1v3s go fantastically well for players before, though. And Riser's got a big task here. But that's not to say it's impossible. PCIFIC Esports finishing off EXHALATioN off screen. All eyes, though, on Riser. Curexy will be poking his head above the parapet any second now. We're starting off with a flash. That's a great flashbang. Riser is going to be seeing stars for days off of that flashbang. Allowing Fex to move further forward as well. Really good, I have to say. Nade to finish off as well. Follow-up flashbang is good. Riser trading space for time. And walks straight into the hands of Entropiq. The loving embrace of Entropiq. Who are next up for FaZe Clan. What other big fights are going on? Mercurial have to move into the Woo. I might switch to that fight in just a second, but let's see if FaZe Clan move into the warehouse first. They're going full on. Lucarook's caught with a frag grenade in hand, having to loose it and move his way out to the corner. Gets one, gets two. QB with the support, managing to get Fex as well. And suddenly FaZe Clan are on their knees as a duo. These guys are doing so well. QB's holding the angle, preventing James from getting out of the warehouse to res his teammates, which buys Lucarooks enough time to med up, enough time to get the boost down, enough time to check his utility. Bit of damage done. Good molly. Excellent switching from James. And that was really smart. Getting the knock on one side, immediately switching to the other, knowing that it was a 1v2 and a frag grenade could be coming in. That allows James to get those 2 kills and allow FaZe Clan further space to play in this game. Exalt thinking about a third party, but they get spotted by toxic players, so they have to move back out. And this also means Fex and James will continue as a duo as well. Mercurial getting squeezed a little bit too hard there. They go out of the game. The Woo still in it, just ahead of them. But Ibby is the only player left alive with 6 kills. Will Mercurial score be enough to retain them top spot? I think it probably will be. They had such a monster score going into game number 6. I would not be surprised. Twisted Minds also not in the game now, so they were the team most likely to catch them mathematically. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh, I thought that would have done way more than 19 damage, but apparently the lip of that ridge was just enough for Michael to not absolutely go ham on Pixel there. Looking for the alternative angle. Spots him! And that is brutal. Headshot from the Groza at range. Now the fellas fighting against Atavism. Lots of grenades coming out to meet 8C in open combat. Fantastic flashbang forces him to hit the deck. And Michael will finish it off. Atavism eliminated the first team in the placement points here in game number 6 of tonight's PUBG EU Pro Scrims. Racing to get Clib out because Phase 5 is closing in. Hobo knows this and wants to rush up to get a piece of the action, but has an awful lot of verticality to deal with as well. And is now having second thoughts. That should give the fellas a little bit of time. We're actually having Clib carried to safety here, which is super smart. I like this a lot. The fellas are not out of danger just yet, though, as you can see. Hoba very, very keen to make sure that none of these boys make it into Phase 5, and they still might succeed in their mission. If Rustenmar spots Hoba, he should be able to flag that for Clib and Michael. Oh, not if a doozy does that first. Clinical by a doozy. Just a couple of bullets from that spray. Getting him from range. That's Clib down as well. Michael, the great British hope, the most gentlemanly fella of all, now has to deal with some rather frightful scenarios involving question mark on one side and SHEESH on the other. No hero revive there, unfortunately. We've got a ghillie suit and an energy drink. That should be enough to do some damage. Let's wait and see. FaZe Clan and Exalt in the meantime. Firing off quite a lot of shots of their own. FaZe Clan get eliminated. How? That's SHEESH? From all the way of... Ouch. That third party there eliminates FaZe from the game. Allows Exalt to get up to 3. But they have to either rotate far north or far south. Probably north is going to be their better bet. We'll wait and see. I feel like Bluffist is likely to be the spoiler there that messes with their plans. Problem for these guys is toxic players. They have a nice easy route into circle if toxic players weren't here. I would have rather they attempt to go further. Is there a reason they can't go further north? Oh, okay, yeah, it's not great. I would have liked to maybe come down this way and use the rock face maybe en route here. I feel like that might be a better angle for them, but we'll see. Michael going full 007 here. Michael's up to 7 kills this game. He's like the mask. Somebody stop me. You're on the building? That's cute. I'm going through. Don't even care. Fakes the Molotov in case he can hear it. He's behind the silo. Really good spray behind the broken wall, and that's a beautiful headshot to eliminate SHEESH. Michael is up to 9 kills solo. MVP of game number 6, hands down. Is Hoba gonna ruin the party? Hoba's heard this. Hoba wants a piece of this action. Do you, though? You risk being the 10th kill for Michael. You risk putting Michael into double digits. Or are you going to stop him cold right here? He sees him in the shack. And Hoba finishes what SHEESH could not. The fellas are eliminated, but Michael with 9 kills in this game. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. We return now with Exalt moving into Toxic Players. Toxic Players have only 1 left alive. Julian gets rezzed, but I honestly thought Exalt would have been at a disadvantage pushing into the compound like this. It goes to show what I know. Finishing off April with a shotgun as well, just to let the surviving team members know, yes, we have shotties. Yes, we're ready to go. You don't want to bum rush us. And Sond and Julian now having to take a very, very conservative stance. Question mark, though, with all 4 alive and the circle being theirs. I mean, how do you bet against them at this point? Even though Exalt have all 4 alive, they're outside of circle. They've got 2 Toxic Players in between them and question mark. And that's just to get into phase 7, not even to fight question mark. So they're going to have to end this particular 4v2 engagement very, very quickly indeed. Oh. Or they can kill off a couple of members of question mark from very, very long range. And that means they don't have to worry too much about what awaits them in the circle. That works too. Nade's getting dropped. They're looking for Son, but he's downstairs. Who's going to be the... Oh, no. Who's going to be the first to blink? That's not what I wanted to do. They're holding their... No, Julian's made footsteps. They know they're downstairs now. Smoke's out to dissuade them coming in. Honestly, just gatekeep the stairs up top. Can they do that? I feel like all they have to do is make sure this isn't possible. But if they do that, we've got question mark over here, desperately wanting a piece of the action as well. I think Artix has been spotted through the window from Dante. Fate trying to be clever and coming around the side. I like that idea because if you manage to get an early knock onto question mark, you thoroughly increase your chances of being able to make it in once you finish that 4v2. Fairest, unfortunately, though, was there as support. And Dante's own Molotov is going to be his undoing there. Yes, he gets Fairest. It would require... Oh, a doozy could technically... Oh, Phil first! Oh! Exalt eliminated. And Dante... Oh my god, Exalt don't get that point even, and that has got to be as clutch as you like. Question mark now. Just wait for Julian to bleed out to the blue. That's Toxic Players eliminated in the third, and well done to Bluffist for sneaking his way into second, a la PCIFIC Esports. But it's a 1v4 against question mark now, with no vest and no helmet. And 1 frag grenade. Here comes the drive-by. Hope is going around the edge. I feel like Phil first should have spotted him. He's going for it. Gets a great headshot. Hoba's on 1 hit. Will he be able to finish him off? Flashbangs out. Doesn't hit him, though. Yes, second one does. Third one for good measure. And through the vehicle, Bluffist just about manages to get Hoba. He needs to get the point. Has to reload. Gets the confirmed point for PCIFIC Esports. They're in second place. And that is the pan throw to finish off the scrims this evening. Question mark. Get their 10th kill in style. Phil first with the weapon throw to end scrims this evening. Very, very much on a high note. Congratulations to question mark. 10 kills in first place. In second place with 5, it's PCIFIC Esports. And in third place with 5 kills, it is Toxic Players. But a special mention for the fellas. 13 kills in 5th place. What an entertaining game. Michael with 9 kills to his name.